Mark Rogers TV knocking out every Power 5 schedule in the country. We have finished the Big Ten, the SEC, and the ACC. We started in the Big 12. And this is the true championship, and I get that. I love the conference championship games. But I do understand the point and agree to it, mostly, that the Big 12 has the truest champion. Everybody plays everybody. And we've explained elsewhere why, especially the 14-team SEC, ACC, and Big Ten have huge flaws in scheduling. For example, there are actually two teams in the ACC who play two teams in the other division that have combined 14-2 conference records from last season versus other teams in that same division that they have to compete against for a division championship that play two teams in the other division that are 4-12 or 5-11. That's crazy. Flawed system. Okay, so in the Big 12, yeah, it'd be great if they had a championship game, but everybody plays everyone. So what makes this simple is the analysis of ranking the schedules within the Big 12 because everybody plays the same schedule. Although you can also look at it as if you're TCU or Baylor, you don't have to play yourself, as opposed to Kansas has to play all the toughies included in this top-heavy conference. So I've got the worst schedule in the Big 12 in front of me. This is the easiest schedule by far. And congratulations, Baylor, it belongs to you. So you have the easiest schedule in the worst conference. So I'm going to love to see where you're going to play out when we rank the entire Power 5, 1 through 66. Are we going to make it to the finish line? We got 3 days to the season starts. We shall see. All right, Baylor, I've got no excuses. You've got no excuses for your schedule. You come out of the gate with SMU, Lamar, and Rice. That's all I can say for this schedule. The TCU game's on the road. You won that one in comeback fashion, 61-58 at home last year. So there's a back-to-back situation with the Baylor Bears November 21st and 27th, where they play Oklahoma State and TCU. So the TCU game being 6 days later is on a Friday. Big Friday matchup against TCU after Thanksgiving. So that's the toughest slate. And if you back it up a couple weeks, you got Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and TCU. So that's the rough stretch for the Baylor Bears. So we're not going to know much about this Baylor team heading into November because the toughest game going into November, this is pretty sad. 7 games into the season, toughest game for Baylor is most likely West Virginia, 7-6 last year. So the Baylor Bears, you have the easiest schedule in the weakest conference. SMU, Lamar, Rice outside of conference, and again at TCU. And that wraps up a stretch of Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and TCU. That's my take on Baylor, the 10th schedule in the Big 12, right here on Mark Rogers TV.